Welcome back to the Aftermatch with Kirst and a very special guest today. Come for the rugby, stay for Leroy Carter. You're our first official in-person guest, so you got to be pretty special to make that list.
No, honoured. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Look, I want to get straight into it. It's been an incredible year for you. There's this picture on your social media, and look, your social's not great, I have to admit, but there's a picture, and I'm assuming it's your dad drinking out of the Bledisloe Cup.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I remember talking to Will, and he was talking about how it was a special moment when his old man got to drink out of it. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to get the old boy up there to have a skull as well. So yeah, it was a pretty special moment, especially for him, I guess. Like, he wouldn't have thought that would ever happen, I guess. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Did you ever think that this would happen? Like, you've played on the Sevens circuit for 3 seasons. You're not the youngest winger, 26. You would have been dreaming about being an All Black your entire life, I'm assuming. But did you ever think that it actually would happen when you were playing Sevens for so long?
No, yeah, like you said, it was always a dream, but I never thought it was gonna happen, especially this quick. It's been a pretty crazy year for me, and yeah, but it's been cool, and it's everything that you expect it to be, I guess, when you're a kid. Like, dream come true for sure.
Mate, obviously, you talked about the crazy story. It's by far, here on the Aftermatch, we say it's the best story in rugby this year. At what stage during Super Rugby, now, you've obviously always had the dream, but at what stage during Super Rugby did you think to yourself, this ain't a dream anymore? I could be an All Black the way I'm going. I'm doing well at Super Rugby. I'm scoring tries. I'm hearing idiots on shows like this one talking about me. When did it start to trigger, hey, I'm not too far off this?
I don't know if it did, I was just taking it game by game, but yeah, you definitely hear the whispers and your name getting thrown around in conversations, but I still was like, nah, surely not. And then started just, I guess, after the Super season, just started prepping for NPC, and then yeah, got the call, and I was like, just couldn't believe it, like couldn't speak. Heart started going. Yeah, it was crazy emotions, but I don't think it happened once during the season, where I was like, oh, it could happen, but I'm glad it did. Yeah.
Did you see the Aftermatch's tags, like of Beaver talking you up since round 1?
Yeah, got some clips on some reels that came through on the DMs. But
would you say your heart started pumping with the call? You were obviously at Eden Park. Your great mate Narawa has as good a 5 minutes as you can have, and then gets injured. At what stage do you think, geez, I might be playing the world champion Springboks next week in Wellington?
Yeah, well, there's still like quality wingers like in front of me, I thought, and then yeah, I was gutted for Ronzo. Yeah, great mate of mine, played heaps of rugby with him, and to see him like have a start like that and then go down, like he's had a pretty rough run, so I was pretty gutted for him. And then yeah, like I guess as the everyone started recovering, Monday came around, I was like, oh, I could possibly be in here. And then yeah, Tuesday came, and then boom, my name was up on the screen, and I was like, oh.
And that's the first you knew about it?
Yeah, that was the first I knew about it, and then that's when the heart really started going, and then we're like pretty much straight into training. So I guess it was a good way to just get into it straight away. But
so how's about on your debut coming up against the back-to-back world champions, and like in front of you it's Ches and Colby?
Yeah, again, crazy. The whole week was pretty special. Got to obviously national anthem, and then straight after that I was like, don't mess up the haka. And then after the haka, you're like, oh, now I got to play 80. So it was yeah, and then not only play 80, but against the Springboks with Chislin marking him, which is arguably the best winger in the world right now. So it was definitely thrown in the deep end to see if I can swim, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
One thing I noticed right from the word go is it was Leroy Carter that we've seen play for Bay, for the Chiefs, for the Sevens. Was it a conscious decision of yours? I'm not changing anything. If I'm gonna, like for me, straight away, you got into halfback, momentum, ruck, you picked up and just ran. And you know, it's easy, I guess, to go into the All Blacks and feel, oh, I've got to play like the All Blacks do, or I've got to do this now, I've got to do that. You just played like Leroy Carter does. Was that a conscious thing, or you just told to do that?
Yeah, I guess it was sort of the same like mindset for me, my debut for Super. Like, this could be my only shot, so just give it everything, see what happens. Like, I'd rather like fail pretty bad than like just be passive. So just had the same mindset. Just went out there and just tried to run, get my hands on the ball as much as I can, tackle hard, and just whatever happens, happens. That was sort of my mindset going into it.
I imagine for like some of the youngsters who played their debut for the All Blacks, it must be pretty damn intimidating. And then you throw in the fact that you were playing South Africa. But for you, and I don't want to take anything away, but you've played like at the Olympic Games, you've played in bronze medal matches at the Commonwealth Games, you've played on the international stage so many times in that black jersey. Do you think that that helped you in those moments that other people would have been like, whoa?
Yeah, I guess it definitely helped me the whole 3 years in the sevens. Like you said, the Olympics was pretty huge. Crowds were massive. A lot of pressure. You like spend 3 years to get up to the Olympics. And so I guess you find little tools along the way. You like learn from your mistakes from those big occasions, and then but then it just goes back to just trying to nail my week. And then if I do that, then you just got to pretty much let go when you go on the field, and whatever happens, happens. So it definitely did help.
One of the reasons we love the story is because 26 and you've been through every part of it as far as the sevens and scrapping around to get a spot. What did you do during those years, particularly the sevens years, where I guess people have talked about in the past, people end up in the sevens program and that's them, that's their career. One of my great mates to me, he was there for probably 15 years and he never looked like leaving it. What in your head, obviously the All Black was always the dream, you went and played unfortunately brilliantly for the Bay a couple of years.
Remember skinning Waikato a couple of times when Beav was coaching?
When their kicking coach obviously was targeting the wrong winger. But, you went and played NPC, and were you doing anything more than just playing NPC to make sure that 15's dream, if it ever got given you, that you were ready to take it? Was there stuff you were doing or from a training point of view, or was it always just, if it happens, then I will adjust?
I guess like when I was trying to get Super Rugby like contracts and it wasn't quite working out, and then sevens gave me an opportunity to I guess it just taught me how to be like professional. Probably had too many beers most weekends when I was a young fella and didn't really get the balance right. But
balance is balance.
Yeah. And then but then when I came into the sevens, it was a full-time environment. I didn't have to go back to work after NPC, and just all those little things, how to look after your body, how to build into game weeks. So all that sort of stuff helped me for when I made the transition over to 15s. And it just made everything a little bit easier.
You're a bit of a legend already. Like, there's so many stories going around about you. So I just want to dispel a few myths. The first one is from your head coach, Scott Robertson, who says, you are the fastest player in New Zealand. So we're claiming that that's a yes, because he wouldn't put it out there otherwise. How quick are you? Like, what's your testing times?
I don't know. We haven't really done like through the lights sort of stuff. I think they might have just picked me up on a GPS. I might have been swinging the bib or something. I don't know. Cause
had it in your car driving home.
I don't think I'm quite the fastest in New Zealand, but
who would have been like some of the fastest guys that you've come up against, like on the circuit? Because obviously there's quite a few playing 15s now. Are any of those guys like right up there for top end speed?
Like Corey Toole for Australia was he's rapid. Marcus Moneta, who's still in the RG team, he's fast. Caleb Tangitau that I used to play with, he's rapid.
We like him too. I don't know if you've seen the reels on Caleb, but you and Caleb.
We could have an aftermatch back three before you know.
Moses Leo was the fastest in our team.
Was he?
Yeah, he's rapid.
It's so interesting seeing where some of your sevens teammates over the last couple of years have ended up. Moses, of course, at the Melbourne Storm with William Warbrick. But the other myth was claiming that you're a Lucy. We've obviously heard the halfback stuff, so can you play in the Lucies, halfback, outsides, and obviously in the midfield as well?
Pushing it Lucies these days, but I did play I didn't make the under 15As at Tauranga Boys, so I played Lucy for a year when I was 15. But I claim to be a midfielder. I like playing midfield, but I don't know about Lucy's.
Halfback though,
yeah,
you actually can play halfback and play like 20s.
Yeah, I played NZ 20s at halfback, 19s, first 3 years of NPC. Before I got moved to the wing.
Now, speaking of myths, research been done here. Talk us through, now obviously got a little bit of ink there. There's one that I think refers to your try celebrations of sweeping sweeping the broom. Can you talk us through that one?
Yeah, got the broomstick here. Connor and Sarah Hiddeney run the Matakesi Rugby Club, which is a sevens invitational sevens club that I belong to. And yeah, it's just a group of mates having a couple of beers the night before a sevens tournament, going out, having fun. So yeah, I do a couple of sweets after I score just to rep the team. But yeah, boys have been hissing, like gone to Scotland, London, Dubai. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool team. A lot of fun.
Now, saying on the
What
lot of
else is on
fun,
this list?
there's a bit of chat going around that you're quite the rapper. Is there any truth to that? And it comes with an outfit, I've been told.
I do a couple. I need a couple of beers for confidence, but turn into Biggie Smalls after a couple of those. But
Is there a song choice with Biggie?
yeah, there's a NWA song which probably can't. Got a few words that comes out, but no, yeah.
Very different to Beaver's song choices.
Yeah, but different. But look, rapping's not my strong point.
Anything else on that list?
No,
of
carry
yours?
on. Carry on.
I just want to go back to the circuit, because obviously you were there for quite a while. What was your favourite stop on the circuit? You mentioned Dubai, which will get away on some of us here.
Yeah.
What was your favourite stop?
Vancouver was mean, good after match function there. And then just the cold weather as well. Got to get out into the snow mountains and whatnot. Yeah, so that was always good. Hong Kong, obviously, pinnacle of sevens. So yeah.
What's been the biggest differences, I suppose, going from sevens into the All Blacks beast?
Bigger bodies. There's some pretty big boys running around in the ABs, but the whole operation is pretty crazy. Like I was saying to you before, like big trucks roll up to training, all the kit, tackle bags, cameras and stuff. And then the management, they all got their own little job. It's like crazy, eh? A lot more intense in terms of like when you don't want to be in an All Black change room when you lose a test match. It's pretty dark place.
What about, in talking about intensity, what about the week itself, coming from the sevens and obviously Bay and the Chiefs, where I'd imagine there's still, a lot of enjoyment factor, and I'm not saying it's not enjoyable in the All Blacks, but that Monday to Friday, you talk about the intensity, the amount of meetings, I'd imagine goes through the roof compared to other teams you've been in?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, the meetings are almost more nerve-wracking than the training. So you get called out, stand up, answer. My first meeting in RGA, I got stood up to answer a question, and I was just started sweating, sit back down, and I was like, get me on the training field. But yeah, there's a lot, but there's also times to switch off. We go out for dinners, catch up, which is I think it's important in those high performance environments.
You got an amazing tour coming up, a Grand Slam, but they're calling it not an official Grand Slam. Have you played at Twickenham before?
Yeah, we played for sevens. Obviously probably won't be as packed as it is when we go over there this time, but yeah, it was pretty cool. And we played Great Britain there as well, and it was like the crowd were just into us, which is pretty cool.
Now, mate, I know you mentioned that this was a big honour, being invited to be in studio with the Aftermatch side, but I think the biggest honour is about to come. You were selected by the judging panel to be a Black Magic All Black of the weekend on your debut, might I add. So that's the first time in history, isn't it? So we thought it'd be very, very poor of us if we didn't give you a little prize pack. Christmas is coming up, so if you're not a fisherman, you can put in someone's stocking. Otherwise, go catch some fish in the Tauranga Harbour.
Oh, appreciate it, what an honour again.
Tell Fletcher Newell's medal is coming. He's got a medal for Super Rugby.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. We've loved watching you this year. We know there's so much more to come as well. So we'll sit there like little proud friends. Can we be friends?
Yeah, we're
friends of the Aftermatch.